Your mind? Zuckerberg runs Meta, which is Facebook and Instagram, Jewish. Alphabet, which owns Google and YouTube, is run by a couple of Jews. Larry Page, Sergey Brin, okay? So that's YouTube, Google, Facebook, Instagram. TikTok is now owned by Larry Ellison. So that's TikTok as well. Those are your social platforms. Out of the big media conglomerates, you got Disney, which is run by Bob Iger. You got NBC and Universal, which are run by Jews. You have CBS, Warner Bros., Paramount Studios, now run by David Ellison. You've got the Salem Radio Network and Brad Parscale working on behalf of Israel. You've got Fox News, Wall Street Journal, under the Murdochs, they're Friends of Israel. You've got Daily Wire, Prager University, Breitbart, all run by Jewish editors, Jewish owners. Are you starting to get it?
According to the media, 36% of Jewish New Yorkers voted for Zoran Mamdani. Since the Jewish population is roughly 1 million people in New York City, that means, according to the media, 360,000 Jewish citizens voted for Zoran Mamdani. I don't buy it. So here is the NYC population by race. Does it make sense that he won fairly? Is there more going on behind the scenes than we know? Nobody has ever heard of Zoran Mamdani a few months before he ran for New York City mayor. So, who paid for the 100,000 volunteers going door to door? Now you know the truth. Socialism has brought together two religions to go against men who believe in Jesus. Majority Latin and Caucasians, Catholic and Christians.
What is George Soros's motivation for putting in these lawless, insane DAs?
Listen, we can't know exactly what his motivation is, but what he did is he went into cities where he doesn't live and flooded the zone with money to get his preferred candidate elected as DA. Now, the reason he did that was to change the law. And the way that he changed the law was not through legislatures, the way you're supposed to operate, but rather by abusing prosecutorial discretion. So in other words, once he gets his Soros DA elected, they can change the law by deciding what to prosecute and what not to prosecute.
Right.
And that's why there is so much lawlessness in these cities.
George Soros boogeyman. You know, he is, I believe, the top contributor to the Democratic Party. And in my opinion, he fundamentally hates humanity.
Really?
Well, he's doing things that erode the fabric of civilization. That's part of the problem in San Francisco and LA and a bunch of other cities. And he's very smart, and he's very good at arbitrage. You know, famously, he shorted the British pound.
Ever heard Soros's interview with 60 Minutes where he says, "I see myself as a god"?
No.
Oh my God. Many times, Soros, God, this is the one.
I did have juvenile fantasies of saving the world. So I had that, what I called messianic fantasies. Messianic fantasies.
I'm one of the Masons.
I've been somewhat more successful of actually acting out those fantasies.
That some participate and others don't. We have been given an extraordinary blessing, and at this moment in time, our country needs us. And we need people like George Soros, who is fearless and willing to step up when it counts. So please join me in welcoming George Soros.
It is the first time that I feel that I need to stand up and do something really and become really engaged in the electoral process in this country.
A new free of charge digital ID mandatory for the right to work by the end of this Parliament. Let me spell that out. You will not be able to work in the United Kingdom if you do not have digital ID.
Okay? I am telling you to back off right now. Like right now. Don't do it. Okay? Don't you think about it. I know exactly who you are. I know exactly who you were over my dead body, which I'm sure can be arranged.
There is an agenda being pushed forward to create a holy war. Tell me if you think this is a coincidence.
This is how you take over a nation, by soft jihad. The mayor of London is a Muslim. The mayor of Birmingham is a Muslim. The mayor of Leeds is Muslim. The mayor of Blackburn Muslim. The mayor of Sheffield is a Muslim. The mayor of Oxford is a Muslim. The mayor of Luton is a Muslim. The mayor of Oldham is Muslim.
The mayor of Rochdale is Muslim. All this was achieved by only 4 million Muslims out of 66 million people in England. Today there are over 1,800 mosques in England. There are over 80 Sharia courts. There are more than 50 Sharia councils. 78% of Muslim women do not work, receive state support and free accommodation fine. A large percentage of Muslims do not work and receive state support and free housing. State-supported Muslim families with an average of 3 to 8 children receive free accommodation here. Now, every school in the UK is required to teach lessons about Islam.
At what point does England stop being England? I would say that's already happened in places like London.
We've seen what happened when Europe opened their doors to jihad. Look at Paris. Look at London. They're no longer recognizable. And I'm going to get myself into a lot of trouble with the folks in Paris and the folks in London. But you know what? That's the fact. They are no longer recognizable, and we can't let that happen to our country. We're
here to interview some people. So I've asked some questions, brother. Yeah. All right. What message do you want to give to the far-right people?
The message I want to give to the far-right people is we're here to take over your country. You can't stop us. You can try, but we're here to uphold Sharia law, and yeah, that's it.
All right, fair enough. And what does a community mean to you?
For me, community means everything. It means coming together, embracing one another, loving each other, showing each other support, and yeah, defending each other.
That's good answers. All right, last question. Do you think the way everyone has gathered here as a community is the right way to protest?
100%. This is the right way to protest. You come here, you gather as a community, brotherhood, sisterhood, everything. You come here to defend what you care about the most, which is the people.